Yo, what is up, people? It is your boy Sneebles right here, and I hope you guys have had a good day today. Now we are back again for some more highlights of the FUT Champions weekend just gone. Yeah, I don't really know what to explain really. Well, should I say how to explain the weekend just gone. As you can see on the screen, obviously 10 wins from the first 20. Not good, not good. What is it? I think I started off well. I think I started off with like 5 wins in like 7 games. It wasn't too bad. That's all I played on the Friday. I played 7 games, and then just on Saturday I just sort of, yeah, just I don't know. The way I see it, I just dropped. You know, I only managed to get about 5 wins from what 13 games. I think the rest. Until we had obviously these 20 games, which obviously, like, as you guys know, if you're familiar, obviously watching my highlights, obviously I upload 2 of them, 2 parts, which would be 10 games each way. So. And obviously it's the last 20 games. Just before I do forget, this weekend though was quite, in my opinion, very stiff. Like I haven't had it for quite a while actually. I think this weekend was one of the first weekends I've actually had stiff gameplay. I've not actually had it for a while. I'm not talking. I mean, I don't know. There was a bit of lag, but there wasn't much lag. You know me. Most FIFA players would admit it. But I think what it was just the gameplay itself. As most of us do sort of complain, in general the gameplay is one thing that just really ruins our weekends, or in general if you're playing seasons and stuff. You know, just in general FIFA in itself, gameplay just isn't. I don't know how to explain it. It just isn't of the quality that you expect probably FIFA to come out with. But yeah, I don't know, that's the first one I wanted to say anyways. Gameplay was just, to me, terrible. It just felt stiff. It just literally, it was like as if if you had Messi with you and you was controlling Messi, you was fucking, you know, moving a truck or something. You know, it was impossible to move the players. It didn't feel right. And that's just my opinion. I want to say that before you see every goal that goes in. You won't obviously tell how stiff it was, but yeah, just I don't know. But overall, this weekend, I don't know, the results. I don't know. I did play quite a few good players, to be fair. Obviously, I played a lot of teams that had some very decent players. I didn't play. I mean, we all say obviously it's not about the players; it's about the actual player himself, controlling the team. Of course, I know that. But in general, I felt like, yeah, there was a lot of good teams, a lot of brilliant built-up teams. To be fair, I mean, in terms of goals conceded this weekend, I felt like there was a lot of goals that shouldn't be going in. Things that happened where, for example, I tackled the ball. I know full well 100% I got the ball, you know, but for somehow he got through. And you'll see there's one goal actually on here where, for some reason, he actually manages to get the goal, even though I think I tackled it. Literally, I think I tackled it about 3-4 times. It's not even a joke. About 3 or 4 times, and for some reason, he managed to somehow still, obviously, get it in. I'm not really sort of sure how he got it in the end, but there you go. It's one of those things, and it just fell to his plan, and he just smashed it in. But I mean, I hit a lot of posts, as I did just there. There was a lot of post and bar again there, and yeah, just I don't know. Finishing for me this weekend again, like I said, with the stiff gameplay. I mean, whether that is the reason why it just would not go in sometimes. Just in general, I'd get lucky like that, you know, with the odd, obviously, rebound and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. As you can see, the goals going in though. I scored a great goal there. That gotta be as that guy. I remember that goal. That goal was an absolute beast of a power from De Bruyne. But yeah, I mean, Roberto Carlos actually. For me, Roberto Carlos was definitely one of the highlight players this weekend, even defensive wise. Omri for me again this weekend. He's just an absolute animal. Even though this weekend was probably maybe one or two of his worst weekends I've had with him since I've obviously had him. The reason why is because I feel like his heading is, I don't know, for me, Omri in his days, his heading was just as good as his finessing and things like that. Even when I finesse with Omri, sometimes it just don't go in. I don't know why. A lot of times I do get some pretty decent finishes, but it just sometimes wouldn't go in. And I think one thing with Omri, I don't understand with Omri is his heading is, to me personally, even though I do score actually a good header with Omri actually in this, but I feel like Omri's heading abilities in this game is absolutely terrible. For what he was like, generally, he was actually a good player with headed goals, to be honest. So I don't really understand why he wasn't, well, he hasn't been up to scratch in some of the games. We've got a lot of quits though, to be honest, in this episode. And one thing I want to talk about as well, just before I do forget, I did actually manage to do Player of the Month, Sergio Aguero. I mean, to be honest, you would have seen in this video as well, and obviously the next part. So he scored some decent goals. I can't remember what he's on. I think he's on. If I had to guess, I'd say he scored about 20 goals. Literally, he was actually a pretty decent player, to be fair. Good finish there from him. You know, pace-wise, I genuinely feel like it was actually an upgrade, actually, as you expect. But a lot of pace, like players that get pace upgraded, like whether it be player month card or man of match or whatever, you know, it don't feel like it's been upgraded. For example, when I said about Mo Salah, Mo Salah didn't feel like 96 pace or whatever it is. I think it's 96 pace. But yeah, and that was that at the end of the day. But I don't know, Aguero's card, just to say overall, well, I don't know if it's actually still on there. I'm assuming it's still on there, but if it is, I would maybe advise to get it, to be honest, because it is actually a pretty decent card. It's expensive though, and this is the thing a lot of people complain about, and I don't blame people complaining about it, considering you have to buy one of his inform cards, which most of them, well, every single one practically is going on average, you know, especially if you want to buy it now, about 1 million coins. It's just, I don't know, it's astronomical, just to do the SBC. And the other, obviously, challenges where you had to, I think, get his January goals or whatever it is, and things like that. Obviously, they're all kind of easier, so I guess. You kind of expect them to be sort of okay. Some of I mean, I think on average they were like 85 rated teams that you had to have. So, you know, just in general like that, you know, it's not exactly obviously easy to do when it's 85 rated. But I have got a lot of players to burn through SBC, so that's why I sort of went through it. For example, when I did Desai's SBC, I had to. I think I bought PK twice, so you're looking at about 70k there. You know, so about 40k each way, or 35k on average, something like that. So you know, but yeah, that's that for you. So there's the odd player you have to buy, of course. You're not going to have every single one, and even if you did, sometimes you might have to buy that same player again, because obviously they're cheap. PK can go a bit cheapish for what he is. But yeah, so you know, like I said, overall this weekend, as you see in these videos, it just wasn't great. A lot of time I was in the lead, for example this game as well. I think it was this game actually. Yeah, I went 3-0 in this game. I think this guy came back quite quick as well, but he done a lot of crosses like this. I've got to be honest, a great finish that, I'm not going to take that away. But there was just a lot of times I couldn't keep the lead. I'm thinking maybe for the next weekend, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I am thinking about maybe changing the formation. When I change formations, I like to stay with it. I don't like to just keep, you know, I mean, it's probably, well, it's a good thing to obviously change it around to see how you play with it, you know, and all that. And I mean, I didn't have this formation ages ago, but I had this formation because, well, in the end anyways, because I felt comfortable with it. So in that way, you know, obviously it's good to obviously change around and see if, you know, obviously you can sort of settle down with another one, you know. And obviously it might be good to maybe try one, like a defensive one or something. So for example, the one I have now is probably more attacking than anything. Have that for the start of it, and then obviously if I'm, you know, leading or something, maybe change it at half time, or if he scores the first one, change it again, you know. So, you know, maybe that's what I need to do. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I guess that's that for you. You know, I might have to just sort of rotate something around to see if see if something different would change for me, and maybe it might be better. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's all I can say about that really. Bit of a weird goal here, I've got to be honest, with Henry there. Probably shouldn't be scoring that. I don't know what happened with his defence in the goal, the goalie. But there you go. But we do score a last minute winner here just to finish up this video. Great finish. I don't know how it's gone in, but I was got so happy I scored that in the 87th minute to get the win and to finish the game off and to take, yeah, like I said, the win. So, I mean, as you can see, it was all over me possession-wise. Good player. But yeah, you know, this weekend, like I said, wasn't too bad. Could be better. I mean, as you see there, 16 wins in the first, 30 games. Just, I don't know. It's not the worst in the world. I mean, I'm still at where I usually am, but there you go. There's not really much else I can sort of say on that. I just got to keep trying, so it's the best that I can do. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, leave a like, of course, if you did, and subscribe. And if you have any opinions and any thoughts on maybe changing my team if I have to, or formation wise, let me know. I might try them out. And yeah, let me know how your weekend went as well. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, like and subscribe, and peace.